Well, howdy ho, Stampers. Welcome back to my studio. This is Deb Valder, and I always love having you stop by for some craftiness. Today's a very simple shaker card. You're going to see how gorgeous this little card is, but how fast you can make it also. It's going to be filled with Prills, and I love Prills because they don't have that static in there. So on your shaker card, you can definitely make them without the static, and they just roll all over always. All right. I did this one to make it look like it was sand. Spring is coming soon, and then right behind that is summer. So I thought just a little summery kind of card would be pretty awesome. But I wanted to also take a minute to say that, you know, if you get into this little funk where you think that you sit down and you can't create anything, don't ever think that, because when you get done with a card, you absolutely feel absolutely wonderful about it. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So today I'm going to do this card. If you stick with me, tomorrow I will show you how to do this card. And this is kind of an over-the-top, really special card to send to somebody, but it's done with the exact same die. So you can take and use the same dies or stamps and make them look so totally different. These two right here couldn't be more different. So I want you to get your stuff out. If you want to just sit down and color and relax, you know, this time, right now we're going through some things and we just want to make sure that everybody is okay. And just sitting down and relaxing and coloring, these are some of the ones that I've just done lately. And I just absolutely love the way they came out. And like I said, when you get into this little funk, all you have to do is take and finish up a card and you're just going to feel so good about yourself. So you have one that you're just going to literally put together. There's no stamping. There's some of these that you can take in color. Or if you're not the coloring kind of person, you can just sit down and stamp. That's what I love about this. You can just take a card, stamp whatever you want on it, add a few embellishments, and you are good to go. So like I said, take a few minutes and do one of these cards. Check back with me tomorrow because I'm going to show you how to do this absolutely over-the-top card, but it just made me smile when I got all done with it. All right, so today's card, like I said, is very, very easy and very simple. I'm just going to be using this little die right here. I love it. It's so, like I said, you can use it so many different ways. All right, so let me just take and grab, I have just a black card base right here, and then I'm going to take and use my little Dragonfly, and I used some of my mirror paper, and I'm just going to punch these little things out. Okay, I think I got them all out of there. Now let's just clean up this little mess right here, and we are good to go. Let's see. I have my little picker-upper here. You can click on the link below and grab yourself one of these. They're absolutely amazing for these little cutout things. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take and start putting it all together. So the first thing that you need to do is to grab a window sheet. And what we're going to do is to put our adhesive on the back of this right here. So I'm just going to take some of this, my craft glue here, and just kind of scrape it along, jumping over the wing there. All right, you don't want it on too thick because you don't want it going into the window sheet. You don't want to see it through the window sheet, so you don't want it to ooze out at all. So now what I'm going to do is take my window sheet here and add it. And I made this window sheet just a tad bit smaller than the actual cutout. Okay, so that just gets adhered to that right there. Let it dry for just a moment. And while that's doing that, we can get set up for our Prills. So I'm just going to bring in a container. You can bring in any container. And today I'm going to use Fuzzy Navel. These are our little Prills that are going to go swirling around in there. I love these because they're all different sizes in here. And they have this like little metallic glow to them. I love them. So we're going to use Fuzzy Navel on those. And what we're going to do now is to take and cut up some foam tape. Now I'm going to use, and this is so important, we have foam tape in white and we have it in black. And everybody says, well, I never need black. I don't need the foam squares. I don't need the foam tape. You do. And I'm going to show you why on here. If you look at this little card right here, okay, you can see that you can't see the foam tape, I should say. All right. So let me just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and I'm going to cut off. I'm just going to kind of measure out. Let me grab my scissors. And I'm going to measure out my little foam tape. And I'm going to go right to here. Okay. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this in half. Now you can take and you can purchase little thin strips of these, but why pay someone else to do this for you when it's this simple? It doesn't have to be perfect, but you get more value when you do it yourself. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and just lay it right over this. Let's go down just a little bit farther. You want to make sure that this is literally touching. Here we go. This piece, this next piece has to touch. It has to be so precise, all right? So now what I'm going to do is the same on the other side. Okay. I'm going to take this one, run it over to here, and then just trim off this little piece. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. You want to make sure that these two pieces are completely touching each other so none of the prills escape out of there. All right, and you can't see it from the outside. Okay, now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to grab one long piece. Okay, just like this. And I'm going to lift it up. Whoop. And cut it in half. Okay, so this is our black foam tape. Like I said, you definitely need it. There we go. All right, so now this is going to be the long piece for here, making sure that it's butt all the way up to the very top. And we're going to take the next piece and butt it right up to this one and go all the way across and just trim it off. Okay, see how easy that was? Okay, make sure that it's all nice and secure. Okay, now we're almost done literally with this card. All right, so now what we're going to do is, a lot of people want to put the prills in here, but then if you did that and flopped it over, then the problem would be that the prills would be everywhere. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take just a container, any container you want, and we're going to take our little scoop, and this is the best thing in the world for this scoop. We're going to take and we're just going to put some in the middle. Now you can put as many or as few as you want in here, but what I like about this scoop is that you can just take and lift them up and literally put them right where you want them to be. All right. Like I said, you don't even need this many, but I will tell you that this little jar will last you forever. Even with the card that we're going to do tomorrow, it's going to be amazing. All right, let's make sure that there's none on the outside here. Scoop them in. All right, now we're going to take this and just take off our tape. Okay, and then we can just double check to make sure that these little pieces right here are butt up really close to each other. All right, and then we're going to take this and lay it right straight down. And let's see if I can just push over the bottom just a little bit. Okay, see how pretty that is? I love the fuzzy navel in there. I think it's just really pretty. It looks like a little sand card. Now, you can take and you can put a little saying down here if you wanted to, or you could take and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of our little Nuvo drops on there and just make it look really, really kind of simple. And you just take and whatever size you want and then lift straight up. Make your little dollop and go straight up. And what I'm doing is just making them smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, and I picked a color that kind of went with the with what I was doing on the inside. So I have the fuzzy navel here, and this one is the bubble gum, and that's all there is to this card. Isn't that absolutely beautiful and so easy? So remember to stop by tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how to do this one. It is so, so pretty. Do you see all that texture? And oh, it's just so pretty. All right. You take care, have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe below. Click on the little bell so that you know exactly when I'm doing another video. Hit the thumbs up if you like it and share it with your friends. You have a great day, and thank you for stopping by.